What's the single most important color in any portrait? It's the skin tone, but why is it so important? Is a universal skin tone recipe that works for everyone? Why is teal and orange so dominant in movies, and how can you make your portraits more attractive in one simple touch? In this video you will get answers to all these questions. Color isn't just decoration, it's information. Let me prove it. Here is an image of a banana. Do you think it's sweet? Of course not. It should look like this, right? The color of the banana tells you if it's ripe. The color of the car tells you nothing at all, especially when you see it for the first time. To understand why skin tone matters so much in photography, we need to go back. I mean, way back, thousands of years, to a time when color vision wasn't about art. It was about survival. So let's think about what we could understand from the skin color of our fellows. Red skin might mean someone is angry, stay back. Red spots in the skin could signal poisoning or even infection, don't come close. Pale skin might mean fear. And yes, you can also recognize zombies by the skin, you'd better run. Evolution has wired our brains to read skin before we consciously think about it. Please keep that in mind. What has changed since then? Before the digital era, we had three light sources: the sun, the moon, and fire. Now we have hundreds of artificial bulbs, LED panels, and fluorescent lamps. These light sources can alter how skin tone looks, and what's more, cameras capture color differently when we see it, which leads to a bunch of color issues we need to fix as a photographer to get healthy looking skin. There are two main skin tone problems. The first one, wrong overall color shade caused by incorrect white balance or low quality light sources, and the second problem, uneven skin color caused by the skin itself or color reflections from the environment. Let's start from the wrong overall color shade. If the image has a color tint or incorrect color temperature, the skin tone will look weird and unnatural. Sure, you can set the white balance perfectly using a gray card or even use a color target to calibrate the colors. But here is the psychological twist. People judge skin based on what they remember as healthy skin, not necessarily reality. Slightly warming skin actually feels more real than perfectly accurate skin. This might blow your mind, but there is scientific research to back it up. The group of researchers wondered if animals with more intense colors attract females more. Why not test the same with people? They fed volunteers beta-carotene for 2 months and then showed their photos to young women online. The orange boys were consistently rated as more attractive and healthy looking. So here is my pro tip. Instead of feeding your models carrots for 2 months, just slightly add warm shade to the skin. For example, increase the color temperature. Statistically, you'll get a more attractive and healthy look for your portraits. Also pay attention to this. Great portraits are always a balance of cold and warm tones. Skin tone is orange. It's not red, not yellow, it's orange. So let's find the opposite or complementary color for orange using Eaton's color wheel. It's teal. This is exactly why movies use these colors so often. Just look at these posters because it looks cool and balanced. So my advice is add some warmth to the skin and balance it with cold tones. For example, you can add cold tones to the shadows. Theory is done, let me show you how to make this work in practice. Let's start with this image. Because of incorrect white balance, the girl's skin tone looks way too cold. I mentioned earlier that the easiest way to make skin warmer is to adjust the white balance. White balance works great in raw editors, but in this case I have a JPEG image. So what can I do? I'll simply duplicate the layer and launch the Camera Raw filter. In the Color tab, I will increase the color temperature. This will make the skin warmer. Let's see what we've got. Here is the before and after. Yes, the skin looks more natural now, but the background also became warmer. That's the downside of global color corrections. So let's try to select the skin and apply the warmth only to the skin. Now in this case, Photoshop is trying to select the main subject in pieces. So let's try a different approach and select the surroundings instead. I will select the green grass. I will create a layer mask and you can see the grass is now selected. I will add the sky to the selection. Now I will subtract the head from selection. Finally, I will invert the mask by pressing Command I. Now my color correction applies only to the girl. Here is the before and here is the after. How can we improve this image further? As I mentioned earlier, you can enhance the warmth of the skin by cooling down the background. Remember those movie posters? Here is how to do it. I'll merge all visible layers by pressing Command Option Shift E. I'll hold down Option and drag the mask from one layer to another to copy it. Then I will invert it. I will select the layer and launch Camera Raw filter again. This time I will make the image cooler. I can also shift the tint toward magenta. I will click OK and here is what I get. The background became cooler. Here is the result without the mask. And here is how much cooler the background became in this image. Let's look at what we had. Here is the before and here is the after. It looks much better. The skin appears healthier and overall the portrait looks more attractive. Probably the most common question I hear about the skin color is there a recipe for the perfect skin tone? I mean specific RGB values. Sorry, but there is no universal formula. As I said before, skin tone has an orange hue. The exact saturation and brightness depend on your subject and shooting conditions. Skin will look different on a hot summer day versus during a snowstorm. An overall color cast is sometimes very important and you shouldn't completely remove it. Sometimes the light itself has a color shade, like in a club or when shooting street photos in a city at night. You need to take it into account. So how can you quickly check if the skin is actually orange? There is a great tool called a Vectorscope. It's typically used in video editing software, but there are also photo applications that have it, for example 3D LUT Creator. You can also find a standalone Vectorscope panel in our store. Here is what it looks like. A Vectorscope shows the color distribution of an image. Hue changes around the circle. The closer a color to the center, the less saturated it is. The farther from the center, the more saturated. You can see this line here, it indicates the correct skin tone hue. If I take the selection tool and pick an area of skin in the image, you can see on the Vectorscope that the skin color, specifically its hue, falls right within this line. The hue ranges approximately between 25 and 17, let's say. In other words, people generally have the same skin hue. What differs is brightness and saturation. And to prove this to you, I found this image. I don't think anyone here would doubt that the man's skin tone differs from the woman's, right? So let's measure it. I will open the Vectorscope and check where the woman's skin color lands. It's in this area of the line, desaturated. Now let's add a man's skin tone, and you can see his skin is more saturated, but it has the exact same hue as the woman's skin. It's just darker. Although it seems like the skin tones are very different, in reality, both the man and the woman have orange skin tones. Keep that in mind. Okay, after fixing the overall color shade, you need to tackle the second skin tone problem, unevenness. In my opinion, different skin colors within one face is way more noticeable and distracting than a wrong white balance. Again, evolution is a reason a rash or red spots on the face could signal an infection. Such skin simply doesn't look healthy at all. How does this happen? Even if you're shooting a model with perfect makeup and lighting, clothing can reflect color onto the skin. For example, a magenta jacket changes the color of the chin. When shooting outdoors, you'll often find blue color cast from the sky on the face. Also, Our skin itself changes color in cold conditions. Red noses, ears and hands can be a real problem for winter shots. To fix local color variations, you need to use local tools. I will create a new layer, set the color blend mode, sample a good skin color and brush over the problem areas. Here is the before and after. You can do the same on another photo. For example, if you need to fix this color, just sample the color you want and brush over the skin areas you want to correct. In this case, you can see the fingers are very different from the face color. Let's fix that the same way we did with other tones. That's how it works. One important note: when working with skin, be careful not to paint the entire face with one solid color. That will look just as unnatural. In this case, I'd lower the opacity to about 60, like this. The skin tone evens out, but there is still a slight color variations between the fingers and the forehead, which is exactly what we want. So combining everything I've said, to achieve great skin color, you need to first set correct white balance, then make skin slightly warmer and make the skin tone more uniform. If you have a dozen shots, you can fix the skin manually, but what about hundreds or thousands of images? It can take forever. That's why we created AI plugins that can automatically find the skin in your portraits and fix it. Let me show you how they work. It's best to run them from Retouch for Me panel. The panel is free. I will start with the skin tone plugin. In the panel, just click the play button next to the plugin's name and the skin tone on the face becomes uniform. Let's see how beautifully this works here. Here is the before and here is the after. If you want to make the image more balanced, for example, cooler everywhere except the skin, instead of manually selecting the skin each time, you can use the Skin Mask plugin, which automatically selects the skin in the image. Here is how it works. Just go to the panel and run Skin Mask. This gives us a skin mask. Now I can copy the background layer into this folder, and just like I did earlier, I will invert this mask. This means everything inside will affect not the skin but the background. I will make the image cooler using the camera raw filter. Let's say like this. Click OK, and here is what we get. But keep in mind, if your skin looks too warm compared to the surroundings, it can look very unnatural, like in this image, so I will slightly reduce the layer's opacity to make the image look more natural. Here is what we get. This was the before image and this is what we ended up with. We smoothed out local skin variation automatically and we used the plugin to quickly create a mask so we could cool down the background without manually selecting the skin. This is how it looks. The plugins work automatically, confidently and beautifully. You can batch process your photos and save a huge amount of time and energy. I already have a separate video on recording actions in Photoshop. You can find the link in the description. Let's look at another image. How would we approach this manually? In this case, you need to fix the uneven skin, the ears, the nose. Also, warm up the girl's skin on the face. Create a new layer, set it to color blend mode, take the eyedropper, click on a color you like and start painting. For the young man, I will paint the ear and nose like this. For the girl, let's make her slightly warmer. You have to manually brush all these areas. If you have many similar photos, this will take a lot of time. Here is what we got. How do you do this automatically? Simply select the skin tone plugin and it will make the skin slightly warmer and remove uneven color variations. Let's see how it works. Here is the before, after, after. Now let's compare with the manual retouch. The girl's skin tone turned slightly redder in the manual version. The plugin made it warmer and it looks more pleasant, especially considering I only pressed one button. So if you want to automate your retouching workflow, you know how to do it. And that's how you take control of skin tone, from understanding the science behind it to fixing it manually and finally automating it with AI. Remember, your brain is wired to judge skin instantly, so give it what it wants. Healthy, warm, balanced tones. No zombies allowed. If you have a handful of images, use the manual techniques. If you have hundreds or thousands, let the AI do the heavy lifting while you focus on the creative part. The skin tone and skin mask plugins are linked in the description. Try them out, see the difference for yourself. Now go make some beautiful portraits with skin that looks alive, healthy and natural. I believe in you.